Hey everybody, it's Davey. Real quick before the episode starts, we actually lost the audio to episode 6 and next episode, number 7, the finale. My hard drive messed up. I couldn't salvage it, but I was able to clean up the camera audio, and so you'll get the episodes. They just won't sound the greatest. However, I'm going to upload today's episode as well as episode 7 tomorrow. So that'll be the 10th and the 11th of January. You'll be getting those episodes, and then next week we'll be doing the new series, which is Toradora, and those episodes are some of our favorites. They're really good, so I apologize for that, but we're just going to give you both episodes and start the new series next week. If the audio doesn't bother you, I think there's some good stuff here. I recommend still listening, but if that does bother you, we're sorry. But we will be back next week with probably the best series that we've done so far. So, yeah, thanks. Hey everybody, welcome back to Read 'em and Weeb. My name is Davey. This is my friend Esau, and today
we're friends.
Yeah,
I thought we were weebs.
Weebs have no friends. That was the prerequisite. Today we're going over the 6th volume of Pokemon Adventure.
Today we're going over the 6th volume of Fairy Tail.
Spoilers.
I think this comes out after that.
Yeah, I think it does too. Yeah, I'm very excited to talk about these. These are some of my favorite chapters. These next 2 volumes are peak.
They're great. I love them.
They're
completely unrelated. My calendar is now filled with the what you call it by default. I don't know what you did. I opened my calendar to check something, and it was like Pokemon this date, Wednesday, and I went, "Oh, great."
Thanks.
Because I was checking the delivery date for something, and it was like, "Oh, this is the day Pokemon goes out." And I was like, "Okay."
What's so funny is I think it's just because you added the calendar to. Did you add your calendar to it?
Nope.
I just put it on the Weeb and Weeb calendar.
Yes, but I have the account on my phone.
Oh, okay. And it just added it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Google has a good architecture. I have a Pixel.
Oh yeah, okay. Adds up.
Pokemon.
Sorry, yeah, I got distracted. Yeah, these are some of my favorite chapters.
I might dig out. That's why.
He just has one ball out.
Yeah. My Pokeball.
Yeah. But yeah, this is just so good. This is peak storytelling. So we ended the last chapter where, the Elite Four is attacking the major cities. Yellow and who's he with? Blaine. I thought Blue was with Blaine.
Then he's alone. Oh, Yellow's with Bill and Green? Or have they not?
Yellow's alone. Yellow's by themselves.
He's trying to find Blaine.
Yeah. And so they all converge at the hideout, right? And then the gym leaders of Team Rocket are there, and that's where we left off. And the characters are so good. They're so fun. Lieutenant Surge really shines in these chapters. We get backstory of what happened to Red as well. Everything really comes full circle here. It all gets so like the information that we need is finally shown to us, and not all at once too. We're getting like the bits and pieces. It's just very fun. I think rather than go over what happens, step by step, I think just read it. Come back if you haven't read it, and if you like spoilers, then stay. I just want to talk about the things I liked because it's so fun. First off, can we just get out of the way? My prediction was right.
Is that in this volume?
It's at the end of this volume.
Oh, you're right there. Come on.
So, in the previous episodes, you'll notice I talked a lot about the ambiguity of Yellow and their gender.
Her gender.
Yeah.
Her gender. It's hers.
Yeah. Yellow is a girl. And I was right. I was super which I guess isn't that big of a secret, because when we met them, when Red was still the protagonist, I was like, "Oh, is that Yellow?" And then you were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yellow's a girl." Mm-hmm.
I didn't remember, if I'm honest. The only thing I remembered is their hat coming off was supposed to be big, but I don't know if they ever specified whether or not they were a girl. They do.
Yeah. And it's like a whole thing. I like it because again, it's like what I was talking about. The kids can feel represented.
I like it because they take it away because you felt attached to yellow. That means you're a girl now.
You've been following a girl. Idiot. I think it's fun just because, this representation, but also it's just like, you just let any kid read it and just feel like I can be a Pokemon trainer.
And
my only problem is that Yellow is embarrassed of the fact that they're a girl.
Are they?
It feels like it because at first it was like, oh, I can't show anyone that I'm a girl because this was my cover. I'm undercover. And then after the fact,
they were like, I feel naked without this hat.
Yeah, which I don't.
Because it's a gift from Green.
Was that what we're supposed to interpret?
That's what I'm interpreting. It feels weird the fact that they need the hat, but like it doesn't feel like they're embarrassed about being a girl. I never attributed to that.
That's what I was getting, and it could just be like a difference of interpretations. But because when they said, "Oh, I feel naked without this hat," I was like, and then I thought, "Oh, they're gonna elaborate on that," and then they don't, and then Green just gave it to them, and I was like, oh, "Okay, I don't get it."
I think Green or Yellow likes to hide themselves. You feel?
Yeah.
From specifically people.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why the hat, without being the hat, they were like, this thing I've never experienced before, being able to hide who I am. I like that.
Mm.
And not like specifically when it comes to gender, just with like secrecy in general. They like to be like not in the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
But that hat helps.
Yeah.
Also just cut your hair. If like she would just cut her hair if she didn't.
That was a big ponytail to fit in that hat.
Yeah. Who would do that?
Yeah, but yours is like out. You're not like in the hat.
I can't do that.
Yeah. What I like about this too is like, oh, the protagonist of Pokemon Adventures. So it's split in half between red and yellow, but yellow is the majority of the book. We're following Yellow. This is Yellow's story. In fact, we meet Yellow while Red's still in the limelight.
Yeah.
So, to me,
Red's still cooler.
Red's cooler. I find Yellow a much more interesting character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I like that, like they're like, oh, the Yellow's a girl. They've been the protagonist for the majority of the book.
Ha! We tricked you. You've been following a girl in a shonen.
Yeah. And it's really cool. I think it's really cool to see. I think, like I said, like the interpretation of Yellow, and I'm just not understanding that aspect of it. And other than that, I think it's done really well. Because first and foremost, Yellow is a character. And it's really fun. And I think the looking back on it now, the purposeful Professor Oak being like, oh, suddenly using he pronouns.
Right.
Feels like a misdirection.
Intentional misdirection, yeah.
And it makes more sense in retrospect now that we know that they're a girl.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I love the character of Yellow is just so cool. I think they're a really good character to be paired up with all of these like battle hungry trainers. And Yellow's
battle hardened, especially
battle hardened, and which we'll see with these battles with the gym leaders in the Elite Four. Blue and Koga, really fun.
Oh yeah,
their fight with Agatha is just the best.
Also, that fucking Ekans that got chopped in half in one of the early rounds, still alive.
Yeah,
just came back.
Yeah,
I knew that fucking motherfucker survived.
I like that their tools have like kind of applications to them, like the ninja stars and the nunchucks.
Yeah.
Who we see the fight with Bruno, which is also really fun.
There's one thing I wanted to point out in the fight with Bruno. So
the first or second one.
The one where it's Bill and Serge.
Okay.
So they're on a giant natural Onyx bridge. By the way, the Onyx are just doing this for no reason.
Yeah.
Over a Victory Bell swamp full of just like acid that a Victory Bell would normally have inside of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bill falls in, He's like, this isn't water. Summons his Magikarp, uses Splash to get out. Then Surge says, if we fall into this, it's over. There's no way. And then later someone says, if you fall in, there's no way out. Yeah. Bruno says, fall and you will land in a terrible sort of mucus, which from escape is impossible. Bill just got out. Bill fell in and was like, let me just get out.
I think I just totally just didn't even think twice about it either. So he just straight up falls in?
Yeah, he falls in, goes, this isn't water, summons Magikarp, and gets out.
Didn't the Magikarp get really sick, though?
No, Magikarp seems fine. Let me just turn the page real quick. Nope, Magikarp just suddenly vanishes. I'm assuming he just put him back in his Pokeball.
I remember him being like, I'm not feeling very well, and I'm Magikarp. He says that. He's like, I need better insurance, Magikarp insurance.
Carp, fuck, I don't want to go back in there. Carp.
I gotta go in there.
I don't want to go in there.
I think that fight with Bruno is so cool. I love Bruno.
Bruno is the only good Elite Four.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, alignment.
Yeah, he's, like, not... Because he's not himself. He's doing it because he has to.
Yeah.
He's not cognizant of anything he's doing.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because
he's very much like Red.
Yeah. He's like Red, where he's like, oh, trainers and Pokemon can just live in peace. And then the rest of the Elite Four are just like, no. The fuck? Like,
I really like it. We also learned that Red is also itching for a worthy opponent.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, every challenger sucks butt. You're the only one that's giving me a challenge. Meanwhile, he's just losing. Every encounter with Bruno, he lost. Or every, like, bout with Bruno with his Pokemon, he lost.
Yeah. So, in fact, he got saved by the Elite Four and got his run back later.
And won.
Won. He was going to lose. There was no reason for anyone to step in.
Yeah. Well, they wanted him to join the Elite Five.
But, like...
They were going to kill off Bruno to put Red there, because Red's smarter.
Yeah. It looks like Bruno beat Red. I mean, we should kill the Bruno and put Red on the team.
You know what they say? We don't talk about Bruno.
I never saw that movie.
Neither have I.
I just remember people being really, really excited about it, and then I stopped hearing about it.
The next Disney movie came out.
Yeah.
Apparently one feels like very AI or something.
Which one?
One of the newer ones feels like very AI written.
Oh, Wish?
I don't know.
I hear it looks terrible. Like, the animation looks really bad. I haven't seen anything about it. I will eventually watch it. I got that Regal movie pass.
Oh, that's right. So now you gotta watch a movie every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, it's
or
so
else they
worth.
kill him.
Sorry, I'm gonna pitch the Regal pass. So VIP seating is so nice.
VIP seating.
Yeah.
VIP.
So normally it's like $23. With the Regal pass, it was like $10. But it's unlimited popcorn, ices, soda, and the ice cream, and it's all like self-serve. You just go grab it, and then you just go.
Is there like a VIP box full of this stuff?
It's like you go into the VIP section and its own concession stand, and then there's also a bar.
That's pretty sick.
It's pretty sick. It's pretty worth. I saw Saltburn with a friend, and it was really fucking good. I can't recommend it to anybody.
You can't?
I'll tell you why later.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. So enough of the Regal Pass. I've done my shill worth.
Anyway, back to the Pokemons. They do this weird thing with the spoons where they're like, oh, this will point to your destined teammate for this.
Yeah. Like
the Spoon of Destiny. Surge doesn't point to anybody because Bill doesn't want to fight. So he's like, well, if the pattern continues, I'm going to be paired with Red because he defeated me at Silphco. And then later, Red just has a spoon.
Yeah.
We learn where he gets it, but we don't learn where the person he gets it from gets it. Because later it's implied that Team Rocket didn't talk to him.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. The only thing I can think of is that he had some of her spoons.
Of Destiny. Her spoons of Destiny, he just had some.
I guess they could just be spoons. No one said that these spoons of Destiny had to be special.
No, they're Alakazam's spoons of Destiny. He summoned them.
Well, it could be a different Alakazam's.
Alakabam.
Yeah.
Speaking of different Pokemon, sorry, I'm going to talk off the record a bit. Actually, no, I'm not. We're going to talk about it next episode. Sorry.
Yeah. All the fights with the Elite Four are fun. I like the fight with Bruno. Because we already said this, Red returns.
Yeah.
We finally see Red again.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 volumes.
He's biking on an Onix.
Which is really funny.
Yeah.
What, like, he pulled up, like, he just pulled up on a bike.
Yeah. Bill was like, that bike! It must be Red! I know that bike anywhere.
That's what they do with Pikachu. Pikachu wears red.
Everyone knows his classic red cycle, the bike, and his classic red Kachu, Pika.
Yeah. It was really cool seeing Red again because he's just so fun to watch in battle. Like he seems a lot more smarter. I know the irony of what I said.
Uh-huh.
It's not begun on me.
A lot more smarter.
Yeah.
I agree.
Red's a lot more smarter.
And it's shown in the fact that he kicks Bruno's ass.
Yeah. And it's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I love when Red pulls up. It's like Trunks pulling up against Frieza again. That's what it feels. That's what it reminded me of. Reminded me of that nostalgia. Like when Trunks pulls up against Frieza and he's like, my favorite line that Trunks ever says, he's like, today you're gonna learn what a real Super Saiyan is. And I'm not talking about Goku.
I would like to point out, Bill notices the bike before he notices the Venusaur.
Yeah.
That bike! And
that big ass Venusaur! And Red!
It must be... Nah. Red? No.
Red on the bike.
That bike. It's like me seeing you and being like, those feet. David?
That chair. And Esau sitting on it. It must be Esau.
It must be the Read and Read podcast. Rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, please. It's just so fun. Like these characters are just so well done. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying, "Oh, this is so fun." There's some stuff I
more like you're milking a dry cow. We get it. What I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what particularly I really want to cover because I'm mixing up what happens in both books and I'm trying not to spoil stuff.
I already spoiled stuff. He doesn't beat Bruno in this manga in this volume. He just shows up at the very end.
Fuck. Does he?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I guess I'll cut that out.
Yeah. And you don't gotta tell them.
Yeah. But Red does return in this volume.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool sequence because he just feels different. You know, even in his fight with Bruno and the first time we saw him, he just feels a lot different than he did, you know, even in the championships.
Yeah.
You know?
It feels like he's much more comfortable with what he's doing.
Yeah. It seems like his Pokemon have stayed the same.
Yeah.
In the 2 years, but I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah.
Since he gone missing? Or since the championship?
It's been 2 years since the championship.
Yeah.
And he's got no
new Pokemon. Well, he's changed one of his Pokemon.
Wait, which one?
He hasn't been using Pika. He had to put in Vaporeon or Eevee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And he's can't say this yet.
Yeah.
But Eevee's cool.
Yeah,
oh, that's right. Yeah, we found that out because he took it out of the Bill's box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. There's little things that they give us little nuggets of what Red's doing.
It's very impressive what they did.
Mm-hmm. And they even showed us like the panel of Red getting hit by like a Hitmonlee. We see the flashback later on, like 2 volumes later. And it's like it's really well done. It seemed like they had an idea. They really like knew what beats they wanted to hit, what each character would play in this story, and like did it seamlessly. It was really well done. Really refreshing coming from a book like Dragon Ball with no clear vision of what's happening.
Every arc does flow into the next one, there is no foreshadowing for ones in the future, like, very well, because it's clear that they're not thought of beforehand.
Yeah, like besides like bits and pieces, like they'll have notes of like, okay, I'm gonna go here, but as far as how we get there, they don't know. But it feels like this author really knew what to do with these characters and how they would all fit. It's really cool seeing, Blue have his beef with Agatha and get to like,
Agatha have his beef with Blue. Blue was just a guy.
Well, Blue was like, I'm gonna fuck up Agatha because she hates my grandpa and in turn me, so I'm gonna go fuck her up.
Yeah.
And he's even telling Koga. I knew it wasn't Kugo. And then I stopped and then I was like, it's Koga.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
I really like that Blue kept Koga's Crobat.
Yeah.
Or a Golbat.
He's
Crobat.
like, here.
He's like,
back.
I have something for you. What? Here's your bet. I've just been using him. He's been using him.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. He's like, it's a gym leader's Pokemon. Like, it's probably pretty strong. Also, he looks so friendly.
Yeah, it's like the friendliest. Well, it looks friendly now.
Yeah.
Because he's not like a murderer. Like, the gym leader are still bad people.
Yeah.
We get to see...
It's weirdly endearing, though, now.
Yeah. Like Surge is so fun out of nowhere. Because he was an asshole, and now he's just like this big,
He's just a guy. I'm just a guy. Hey!
Yeah, I'm gonna team up with Red, alright?
Hey, I'm gonna save Bill!
Hey,
several times!
I'm gonna team up. Hey, Bill, what'd you even come here for? I was brought here I was against my will. You only brought a Magikarp? Because that's the one thing I've seen him bring out.
Wrong. We saw him bring out a Vulpix.
When did he do that?
In the fight with Bruno.
It's the way I can't remember because
that's wrong.
Bill being there seems so insignificant to me.
He also has an Execute.
He does bring out a Vulpix. Yes.
He also has several Execute and a Voltorb.
Were those Bills?
Oh no, the Executes were. Voltorb was not.
That's such a Bill Pokemon.
Execute?
So you're telling me your team was a Vulpix, a few Executes, and a Magikarp?
Well, he's not a fighter.
How many? But that was what he brought with him? Anywhere?
He was at home.
You're right. He was abducted. But on his person, at home, he had Executes, a Magikarp, and a Vulpix.
He was probably just doing some science, man. He's probably trying to raise the Magikarp or something.
He's just a college student.
Yeah. World's richest college student? Come on, brain. There you go. But yeah.
What a funny team.
Yeah.
Like, I think Bill's so funny. It's just so funny that he's there.
He's just a guy. He's just like you and me. They were like, fight, like the world, two evil organizations simultaneously.
Yeah. It's like, this is a fight to the death. You go ahead and go first, Bill. I don't think I want to do that.
Everyone here is willing to risk their lives. I'm not.
He does not speak for me. So you all are challenging me?
No.
No. Especially Bill. You look like you want to fight. I'm not with them. Can I go home? You're going to be the first to die.
You built the PC, we hate you. Damn
it. You were implicit.
You were complicit in a society that enslaved Pokemon inside Pokemon boxes online. That was you, Bill. You.
The carbon footprint that you've left cannot be undone. Because they're environmentalists.
Yeah.
That's such a funny reason to hate Bill.
Fuck. That's good. Also, Brock, pretty cool in this manga.
Brock is cool as fuck.
Brock's just not bad. He only fights with Geodudes, but several times I've seen him wield one like a weapon. like
he's holding them.
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna beat them to death with a Geodude.
Which is really fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. He has just a team of 6 Geodude. My favorite panel in this manga was Brock
commanding Geodude 1s, 2, and 3, and then commanding 4, 5, and 6 to fight with him.
No, he's like 4, 5, 6, go, and like roll out formation, and then he goes, and then the next panel is he got through, and then it cuts to like Misty. It's so funny.
I love the fact that the gym leaders are the same. Because it makes sense. They were the same people in the game. Also, I don't know if that's in this volume at all.
Is it not?
I think the Misty part was. I remember seeing the Tangela.
Fuck, man, I'm sorry I spoiled that, but that was my favorite fucking...
Okay, yeah, we learned about Agatha's past here, Koga. Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. So one getting through was not him getting through. He was just throwing hands with a Machop.
But what was the one that he said?
Act 1 got through? Oh, yeah. Geodude 4, 5, and 6. They'll be your opponents. Show them the power of my Geodude 6 group. Double Edge. And then a Machop gets through, and he just scraps with him.
Which is really funny.
Yeah.
I forgot we learned Agatha's backstory. And it was just like so nothing.
Yeah. I was on a research project with Professor Oak, and he just left because he didn't like us. And then I challenged him into a championship, and he beat me.
So now he must die.
Now I'm gonna kill his grandson.
You wronged me all those years ago. I just didn't want to be on that project. Yeah.
I thought you were smart. Like, can't you just do this project without me?
Yeah, I totally could. You were supposed to do it.
We're doing it now, actually, but I'm so bad.
Yeah, research takes time, but like I can still like hop on the project if you have the funding for it.
Well,
that's the thing.
Like the morality of it's just kind of like rude. If we change the morals a bit for the whatchamacallit, I'll be fine to jump back on the project. But you guys are just kind of really rude with the way you use Pokemon. Yeah, but it's the only way to get this done. There's no ethics system here with Pokemon and research, so we got to abuse it now before someone develops it.
Okay, fine, I get that, but what about the financials? Have you been approved for any grants? I'm on the committee. If you need a grant approved, just write a proposal and I can read through
it. Then we'd have to have ethics.
You really don't. Bill turned himself into a Rattata, and I approved his grant.
Yeah, that's Bill. Everyone knows he's a fucking eco-terrorist.
He just wrote. he just wrote, I want to transport Pokemon.
I want to put Pokemon in a digital box.
And we let him. There is no ethic policy.
There is no ethic policy. What happens to the Pokemon in the boxes? Nothing?
Well, you see, we vaporize them. This is Bill. We vaporize them and put them into a digital world like Digimon. And then we reconstruct them every time you need them. That's a different Eevee that Red got. It just has his ability. We reconstructed it. It dies.
Well, it's like the transportation dilemma.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And then we shoot thousands
of puppies. That what you're going for? No? It's something else?
Thank you for jumping in because I couldn't think of the terminology.
No, you're welcome. The term is puppy.
We went to an alternate dimension to get what is called a puppy, and we killed them. The damage that we have done cannot be fixed.
That's worth us hole in space and time to shoot puppies. And also store my Pokemon. And everyone else's Pokemon. That being said, I think they might have explained that there's a sort of room that each Pokemon gets that is catered to their needs. I think they might have explained that at one point, but I'm too lazy to check. I don't have the one.
Does that explain the different little environments that you can see when you have the boxes?
Yeah.
My Pokemon are suffering when I have Magikarps in the grass.
In the desert one?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's pretty funny.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the CO2 that he's released is crazy.
Presumably.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Team Rocket are also eco-terrorists. Speaking of Team Rocket, Blaine and Mewtwo?
Yeah.
Does that this volume? I'm glad we're in sync. Oh. No. It's not. Because Blaine and Yellow are just watching the fight.
That's right.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, but they can't get through.
I mean, I'm sure they could if they, something.
I guess he didn't try Mewtwo, yeah.
Yeah. I like how Bruno was like, there are people on the other side of that wall. They can just watch. They won't interfere. They immediately start trying to interfere. He's like, die.
Yeah, he's like, listen.
Onyx's move. I know I said I wouldn't move him, but move.
Yeah. If you break through, I will kill this guy. And I hope you're talking about Surge. I'm not. The damage that you've done, Bill, cannot be undone.
Oh, fuck.
Bill being an eco-terrorist is so funny.
It's a weird... We got weird headcanons when we talk.
Yeah. But it's funny, like...
Funny.
Silly. It's just funny that Bill's there. Like,
yeah?
This is the team you created.
Yeah, like, they could have just let Lieutenant Surge go on his own to find Red.
Yeah.
But they were like, nah, Bill needs to be there. Also, he, like, has his Pokemons commit suicide to attack the Onix they're on.
Yeah.
Genius. Granted, Surge did have a plan. He was like, I'm going to use the Tri-attack to hold us in place.
It'd be so funny if, like, when they self-destructed, the Voltorb, like, redid itself, but the Executes were dead. And then Surge is like, Bill, what the fuck?
Hey, Bill, how do those come back? They don't.
Bill. Bill's like, why aren't my Executes coming back? Bill, they don't come back. Like, the Voltorbs do because of science. They're eggs. The damage you've done cannot be undone.
I like to imagine, he's like, that's why they went down by one egg every time.
Execute! Scramble!
Time to show them why your name is Execute. Why are they called Execute? I know they're eggs, but they're not very cute. They don't execute anything.
Themselves.
You're right, they do have self-destruct in them. You take it back. You're right.
Oh my god, Bill's so funny for, like, no reason.
Because he's an eco-terrorist.
Yeah. Glad they killed him off in the next book.
Yeah.
Mewtwo stabs him with the spoon.
Yeah.
Because he was the real villain. And then they all sit around his dead body holding hands singing.
Fahudore. My brain was like, I know exactly what he's going for.
Oh my god. What a better ending. S-tier ending.
Yeah.
And then Yellow's like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Yeah, Yellow's in tears because she doesn't understand yet.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's pretty much the volume.
No.
You're right.
Green and Sabrina.
Oh yeah. How did Green's idea circumvent Ice Lady? She had a voodoo doll that was like, I'm freezing your hands together, and then it just didn't freeze their hands together. Fuck. She freezes their hands together.
Yeah. It's fun watching them interact because it's a lot less like there's like less respect.
There's no respect. Green doesn't respect anybody. Sabrina doesn't respect Green.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
And then they're fighting. What's her name? Lorelai.
Yeah. I remember why I don't remember it.
Yeah. Me too.
It's a name I try to forget.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're fighting Lorelai, and she has she can do magic. I mean, it's the Jinx doing it, but like.
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. I understand. She does voodoo with Jinx magic.
Yeah.
In a cloister.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's a fun fight. I just think it's like a little overshadowed by
all the other cooler fights.
The cooler fights, yeah. Because I think they don't really shine until the next book.
Yeah.
But it shows how calculated. Well, we can't actually.
How tricky.
Yeah. Like, Green's cool, and I feel like they really do a lot next book with Green, and it feels like their story really wraps up nicely.
You mean starts. You mean starts.
We don't know.
I mean, it kind of implied that Green is a big player after this. Anyway, is there anything else? Oh yeah. So we learned some more lore about Arbucks. How the lines on their chest change.
Oh yeah.
And can affect the way that they perceive power. Like there's one for speed, one for strength. And Agatha can just change the one on her Arbucks at will, despite the fact that she's a ghost trainer, and that is not a ghost Pokemon.
It is a snake.
It's a snake.
And also, is that how that works?
Yeah. And then Koga's like, I threw all my blood on it, now it can't change.
Now your Arbok has AIDS.
So does my Golbat.
I guess I do too.
I've always had it.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Yeah. The first time my Golbat bit me, it gave me AIDS. I actually invented AIDS from this Golbat.
Yeah.
People think it was from a Mankey. No, it was from a Golbat.
People think it was from that first guy who fucked up Vaporeon, but nah, it was me.
It was me. The Vaporeon is actually pretty clean.
Anyway, he throws the blood all over the Arbok. He's like, now it can't change. And I'm like, bro, it's under the blood. It's still there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean the markings aren't there.
But to be fair, you can mark your Arbok however you want. Why the fuck would that change its stats?
Great question.
So if we're playing by her logic, it does work.
Yeah.
It has no stat boosts.
Well, the thing is, like, I always thought it was like a magic change. Like, she was magically changing it. Which is like, okay. But, like, so they're like, this one makes her faster. This one makes it stronger. And she's like, I'm going to keep cycling until I find the markings that'll help us defeat you. You're already winning. And what else can you do?
Yes.
Faster, stronger. Okay.
AIDS blood, it's only weakness.
Doors. My only weakness.
And then...
Look out, that door's got a gun.
And then Blue distracts her, and then Coco's like, now for Hep C blood. And then he throws it at her, and that's how this fight ends. Did they knock her out this fight?
They knock her out, and then they start walking around the maze.
Yeah. It's actually very nice to just see them kind of just talking.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, Koga's always just been a guy.
Well, a guy who tried to kill them.
Yeah.
Shot acid over a dead corpse.
It was already a dead corpse.
True. But
Mr. Redundant Repeater.
He's a repeat
guy.
Arresting a guy for being redundant, a repeat offender.
A redundant repeat offender. You okay? You seem a little nervous.
I don't know, I'm just sleepy today.
I'm so sleepy.
Nah, I've been kicking caffeine. So I'm a little...
Thought you said cat fiend, and I was like, what does that mean? Is that a drug?
I'm a kicking cat fiend. I'm a little on edge. But, yeah, I feel like I'm very, like, oh, what do I talk about? Because the next book is just so much, like,
I'm so excited.
Stuff to cover.
Talk about the cover. I like the cover. It shows Red.
Yeah, a little bit of a spoiler, but...
I mean, Red was always going to exist.
It'd be funny if Red died. It'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny.
Like, Pokemon killed Red? That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't get that cool scene from Art Gold and Soul Silver where you get to fight Red as Silver. That's gold.
Well, it's the ghost of Red.
Yeah, you know what? That is the theory. I forgot about that. Isn't there a Pokemon movie where you see Red and Blue?
It's like a mini-series, no?
I don't remember. I forgot about that.
We talked about it like 2 episodes ago.
I didn't.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I don't remember talking about that.
We brought it up like episode 2.
About
or
what?
3. We were like, oh yeah, there was that old mini-series of like Red and like Pokemon Red, and it was really cool, and we talked about it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We did.
It wasn't. First of all, it wasn't really old. It was pretty like 20.
Oh, no, it was new. It was like newish. It was like 2010s.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years old.
Yeah, pretty new.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I don't remember talking about it.
We did. Because we
Editor.
reacted the same way.
Editor, play every clip.
You know I don't want to do that.
Play every episode in between the beginning of the series to now. Show us if we did it.
You think I won't do it for a bit?
Put the whole podcast in between at the end of this podcast. I think
a
you would.
6-hour episode.
You won't.
I won't. But the view count will be, the viewer retention will be down the drain.
Yeah.
It's so funny, a podcast episode that you are required to watch reruns to get through.
That sounds like Infinite Date. I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, do I repeat? Okay, so we play all the rest of the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Are we playing episode 6 as well? So when we get to that point, it repeats the podcast?
No, it'll stop right as we bring it up.
Okay. It's a good series. I remember really liking it. Green was nowhere to be found.
What about red and blue?
Yeah, but we need some green. Depending on what book you read, blue is green, and green is blue.
Uh-huh.
Their names are switched depending on
they're colorblind.
because there's another Pokemon manga that does that.
This is the one you want to read. There's also Clefable is Adventures or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, where Red has a talking Clefable. In fact, I think in the Japanese print they might switch them.
Because in Pokemon Fire Red, blue is named green.
Don't talk to me.
It's true.
Yeah, but don't confuse me. I already have. I called him Gary in one of the TikToks. You didn't even correct it.
It was fun. What am I supposed to do? Rew?
Yeah.
Gary. Fucking hell, blue.
Redub it wrong. Fuck,
But your lips still match Gary.
Yeah.
Gary. So
My favorite part is I was Gary in red.
yeah, red and Gary.
Yeah, you know.
Ash and blue.
You know, red, blue, green, yellow, and Bill.
Yep. The classic combo.
Yep.
Bill's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Oh, man. Is there anything else you want to cover for these specific chapters?
Not really. I would also like to bring up now that Lorelai has a personal vendetta against Green
Yeah.
for no big reason.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
You stopped me before. I'm mad. Okay. So did Yellow. So did Bill. You just lost.
Why would you want to get rid of Sabrina first, who is more of a threat?
Yeah, who is psychic. Has actual magic powers like you.
Yeah. But no, this 10-year-old pissed me off.
To be fair, I understand. Definitely would murder a 10-year-old.
Be fair, I get it. That fucking Bill's next.
Now that I think about it, imagine being an evil organization. We have to help our allies, these 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
I guess they're 12 now.
They are 12 now. I do think that Lorelai's reason for wanting to kill Bill would be different. Just and after you, I'm going to kill Bill. Why? Because the carbon footprint? Oh, the what? Why did you want to kill him? Because he helped you. What is this about the carbon footprint?
Have you seen the movie?
So I don't think you know. He made Bill's PC. That's the Bill? Yeah.
Oh my god.
The damage he's done cannot be undone.
Everyone says that.
Yeah. Sorry, I just needed to find a way to make her do it too. Oh no, I fucked this bit up.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't the Elite Four saying it.
Lorelai saying it.
No, so fuck. Who did I have say it before? So in this bit,
Not what I asked.
oh fuck, no, I interchanged. I never had Agatha say it. I only had Lorelai, Lance.
Oh, we're slightly wrong. He's 11. Wait, Kanto? Kanto's the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 11. So he ages up during the series. So he's 13 now.
Yeah, so I fucked up this bit because I had Lance say it.
Mm-hmm.
I had Bruno say it. I had Lorelai say it. And then I had Serge say it.
Well, we don't need Agatha to say because she just hates Professor Oak.
Yeah.
She's not here for. She's in fact totally fine with fucking up with Pokemon. She has no ethics.
She doesn't.
She's the outlier in this group.
You're Bill? I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
The damage you've done cannot be undone. That's genius.
I aspire to be like you. Well, my Pokemon are ghost and poison. You killed this one, you killed that one, you killed that one. I killed this one.
You supplied me with my team.
I used to be a poison type trainer.
It was nothing.
A holiday's work. This needs to be one of your executes.
He just appeared to me right now and helped me kill Blue. What? Yeah, I killed Blue with my army of now Ghastlies.
Yeah, a bunch of Ghastlies just appeared and helped me. I almost lost. Without them, couldn't have done it without you.
Ripped them to shreds.
To shreds, you say?
Yep.
What about Koga?
Well, they cured his AIDS and then they killed him.
To shreds, you say? There you go. He finally got it.
To shreds, you say?
What about his wife? To shreds, you say? Oh. I've never seen Futurama.
So funny. That's one of my favorite Futurama jokes, too. To shreds, you say? What happened to his wife? To shreds, you say?
Fuck, that's good.
Too good of it. Alright, you think we're ready to call it?
Sorry, I'm still reeling about that fucking Arbok. Koga was like, as long as it still has its head, which I would, like, mind you, is like 5, like, less, like, probably about 5, maybe less % of its body, it'll come back. Agatha was like, I cut off its tail, though. What the heck? How is it still alive? Meanwhile, Blue chopped it in half, like, from where I would think most of its important organs would be.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still reeling about that.
It's like Cell.
Don't talk to me about Cell. Also, I didn't realize he had, like, a core that was in, like, that he came back from.
Cell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought he could just regen from a cell.
Yeah, I thought that too until I read.
So you watched the TFS commentary like I did?
No, I figured it out before then, but I think one thing I was watching there. Talk about Slayer.
I mean, we can talk about it now. Who cares about what they want to talk about?
A little bit at a time.
Oh, okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Read 'em and Weave, reading Volume 6, Pokemon Adventures. Please show this every time we make a TikTok on this.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this episode, like the episode on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on TikTok. We post TikToks very frequently. And if you are watching on audio, rate us 5 stars and leave a review if you're on Apple Podcasts. Talk about that time I lent you our Lamborghini and it was really cool. Yeah, I did that. I also saved like some orphans from a burning orphanage.
Remember that time I couldn't get it up and you stood in for me? That way I could still get it on with my girl. That was really nice of you.
Mm-hmm. But then I thought, this isn't right. And so I jumped in. I had you go back and I jerked you until you were hard because only I can get you hard like that.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
You were the one who's doing this.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.